Okay. How does this look? Okay. It looks fine. It was fine for a few seconds before, too. But it seems to be holding steady now. No dropped frames. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, that loaded up right now. Okay, I think I fixed it. Um, all right, that's going good. Okay, that title is correct. This title is correct, as is the description. Okay, is correct. So, now to fix my advertisements. That is not the correct link I need. No, I guess I could put it in. There. And then, yeah, I can get rid of that. Don't need it anymore. And now I go over here. And I should be able to get rid of that. And I need to put that link in right here. Copy of the whole thing. Paste. 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 Scroll down and paste. And then get rid of that. And then I go here and paste. Okay. And also here and paste. All right. That should be that done. So, I guess we'll see if anybody pops in and says that everything's running right. Continue. All right. Let's see where the yeah, where that says that I left off. My journal, my quest log, if you will, the log of quests. As soon as the game finishes loading, I forgot how long this game takes to load. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, because Maya had to go talk to. Oh, I had a level. Diplomacy. I want metaphysics, and I want mechanics. Okay. Additional healing done. Accuracy with empowered attacks. Empowered attacks. Empowered attacks. Ooh, excuse me. A sneezed. Summons dank spores. That is a new summon. Wasn't there? Ah, right there. Okay. So if I take this, I can better it at some point later. If the spores killed releases a noxious gas, sickening all nearby until combat ends. Maybe. That just energizes. That summons phantoms that I never did improve. Duration greatly increased. So this is 8 seconds. This is 18 seconds. Still not very long. That's probably why I never did it. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll take the summon. Let's take the summon. Alright, what was I doing? Speak with Breeze. Spy on Luminous Bathhouse, okay. Skipping ahead. The courier's calling. Atsura has given Maya a task to carry out missions throughout town. Missions and nothing more than bureaucratic paperwork. Maya left the party to deliver a missive on her own. She assures me she'll be back in a few days. Do I just wait a few days? Hazanui Karu, important shipment to the Isle of Sayuka. Predetermined spot west of Nikitaka. Motario Kozi. It's a bounty east of Nikitaka, past Orua Orikuhu. Kua Orikuhu. Western Isles of Rio Orikuhu. Kua Orikuhu. Oriokoiki, a fiercely protected island of dense jungle, northwest of Nikitaka. That's Ashen Mall. And the research station at an observatory. This could do unprecedented harm and research from the wild. From the wizard, Bekarna. The Circle is not the only group with an interest in Bekarna's findings. I mean... made some progress, but there's still a lot to explore. Radulf. Alien captain in command of the galleon Gold Bell. Okay. East of Nikitaka, by the southwestern tip of the Kua Orikuhu. Island chain, sorcerer and a gentleman, and the painted masks. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna grab him back. Because I'm pretty sure I had him with me when I went there, and... Open track down no part, name Romaro. Search for Delight for information about Romaro's current whereabouts. I think that quest is broken. Because I actually think I looked that up. And the thing and or person, I don't remember what now, that I was supposed to interact with, I found. But it was not interactable. So I think I somehow broke that quest. Signs of the painted masks. Harbingers of dusk. Exactly what they're celebrating for. Try to Harbinger's watch. The group's outpost at the dead flow. Expanding eyebrow. You know what? I could go into some DLC here. Because I think this is DLC. I wonder if there is a specific quest that I should go into this. Let me look that up real quick just to make sure that there's not like a certain spot in the story I'm supposed to be or whatnot. Pillars of Eternity to Deadfire. Recommended DLC level. Beast of Winter is recommended for parties level 14. Secret Slayer Survivor for 16. The Forgotten Sanctum for parties of level 18. So 14, 16, 18. Beast of Winter. Secret Slayer Survivor. Forgotten Sanctum. $14, 16, 18. Looks like I am level 14. Mostly. So I'll wait a couple of levels. I don't mind going in a little over level for the lower stuff because I'm not sure what the name of the starting quest for each DLC is, and I don't want to go into one that I'm not quite ready for yet. So I'll put that off for just a bit. Let's go to... Oh! Sansa at his shop in Queensbirth. Let's go talk to the guy in Queensbirth real quick. That'll also take me closer. Well, I guess I could do party shuffling things on the map in between areas, I think. No, I think I have to be on my ship for that, don't I? Let's just go to Queensbirth. Go to Sansa at his map emporium.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
Got some material for your book.
I could not have hoped for a better partner in this endeavor. Your well-deserved pay, of course. Why stop here? We're making good headway, and you've certainly proven yourself. I'm sending you far out west this time. Past Port Maje, past the Wakara Reef, and even the Kangati Islands. Nobody's been out that way in ages. All manner of dark stories. I'm sure you'll be fine.
West, huh?
I'll be waiting.
So, we made some headway, but there's more to do. As we just survey the islands far to the southwest, west of the Wakara Reef and the Kangati Islands. Okay. Interesting. Come on now. Load in game. There you go. Go ahead and take a moment to do some leveling here. You've got good athletics. I don't think I want you to do any more of that. You are a cleric, so this would work for you. I will take it. Intimidate, survival. Ah, athletics is the second wind thing. Yeah, we'll take that. Self-heal is good. Alright. What do we have here? Power Strike. Fighter? Is this not the character I was thinking? Oh no, this is a dare. Okay, yeah. Why was I thinking this was the druid? The blue man, striking enemy powerful man. High damage and stunning. 6-second stun. Those behind the enemy are staggered and take raw damage. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. Unbreakable. Chance to completely resist the effects of a hostile spell. Disengagement attacks greatly increased accuracy and damage. There has been moments. I think I'm gonna take moments. Yeah, that's a dare. I don't know why I was thinking it was the different character, but it was not.
I thought Juana didn't believe in personal property. Yet you've brought quite the assortment of leather necklaces.
Akira, just so. But not all of them go around my neck.
In that case, perhaps you could remove them from my sleeping berth.
Oh, it is no burden, my friend. You are free to borrow one.
Oh my goodness. Arcana ticket. And you are my history buff. It's a delayed fireball. Damage done by crits. Completely resist the effects of a hostile spell. Complete a weapon summoning spell. Creature summoning spell. And this is all empowered stuff that I never use anyways, so I'm not taking. Increase the base maximum health you gain with each level. Small chance to completely avoid any attack and convert some hits to crits. Spirit of Decay. Penetration with acid. Okay, yeah, because I don't use any one particular damage type over the others, so to increase or decrease the size of the area at the cost or benefit of power level. Interesting. +2 maximum health per level. So at level, this would make it 15. That would be 30 max health. Guess that's nothing to sneeze at for a wizard. Dazed, sickened, or paralyzed. What's this? Pull of Aora. 25% slower stride. 6-meter pull. 100% chance to reflect against spells. For a total of 15 spell levels. That's the good one, but that's not something I'm going to have for a while yet. I do like bounding missiles. Kalikoth's minor blights. I wish that there was a way to get more spellcasts per level. Additional weapon set. Great Soul. Prestige. Increase your power level, increasing the effectiveness of all abilities. What spells do I like to use a lot? I use this one fairly often. It's Corrode. It's just pure Pierce. I use that. It's also Pierce. This is Crush. like most of the spells that I like to use the most often don't really have elements attached to them. Like, I could take corrosive for that, but I don't do an absolute shit ton of corrosive. I could take fire because I do have a lot of fire spells. I just don't really use them much. I do like the ice spells too, though. I'll take ice because I like ice spells. Secrets of Rhyme. Or Reason. So extra penetration with water and frost attacks. This is the Blue Man Group. Do that. I'll do religion. Okay. Wild Strike freeze. When spirit shifted. I don't really spirit shift though. Corrode, shock, and freeze. Maybe I unlock the ability to spirit shift if I take one of these? Rhyme. That's raw. All unoccupied quick slots in the party are filled with wondrous nectar that can be consumed for combat bonuses and healing. Nature's Bounty. 20 health restored, 20% action speed, 2 might, 2 perception. That's not bad. Weather the Storm for armor rating against all of the major damage elements. Summon a vine. A large living vine from the earth that will attack and pull enemies. Huh. Rusted armor. Oh, it lowers the armor rating of your target, significantly impacting their armor. Huh. Mitigating damage. So that's lowers the amount of damage that they take when they are hit. It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not I can hit them. Rot skulls. Firebug, really? It's not completely horrible damage. Fearsome ball of fire bounces from enemy to enemy. I mean... Taste of the Hunt. Melee weapon becomes an ideal instrument for hunting, adding continuous raw damage to a single enhanced attack and restoring health. Ah, I see it's gray because I can't use it. Okay, so I couldn't take that anyway. Relentless Storm. Striking enemies frequently in the area of effect with lightning bolts that stun and deal shock damage. um... This is a pulse spell. Increasing amount of damage dealt by crits. Do I want to take the Spirit of Decay since I already have Secrets of Rhyme, or do I want to try out the Lashing Vine? Oh, Spirit Shift is for Shark. Okay. So, I have never used this. I'm not sure if that... It sounds like something that would, like, turn me into a shark on dry land, and it just doesn't work in my head. Like, I'd be flopping around uselessly. I could bite somebody that gets close, but... Let's just go with the vine. I like my summons. Alright, for the map Emporium. A matter of import. West of Nekataka. Okay, I have to go out there. Hazanui Karu. Important shipment delivered to the island of Sayuka. Sayuka. Ado. Ado, friends, Ado. Can your chants calm the seas, brother? The wind and seas. All right. By sea. Where is Sayuka? I don't see Sayuka. There's the luminous bathhouse. Matter of import. There we go. Predetermined spot west of Nekitaka. And then go to the island of Sayuka. Maybe it shows up on the map after I get whatever this is. Alright, let's go west of Nekitaka. It's gotta be over here somewhere. Was it Widla? Yes, it was Widla. So let's go this way. The sea seems fair, but something shifts on the horizon. The Deadfire sea is calm and junk cuts smoothly across its surface, gulls trailing in the craft's wake. At the wheel, Oswald whistles quietly to himself. Beodol and Eld Engram stand near the starboard rail, quietly discussing the safest course to your destination. Approach the rail. The breeze tugs at your clothes as the salt-laced air shifts. Long gray lines stretch across the horizon. It seems to shimmer like the air on a hot day. Beodol's nose wrinkles as the sailor stares into the distance. No storm that. Too low and growing too fast. A quiet rumble rolls across the sea as the line grows, a massive swell of water barreling toward Chuck. Keep an angle to that big bastard. Don't let it roll us. Failure! Oh no! Despite the crew's efforts, the wave continues to rise to one side of the ship even as it vanishes from the other. The deck's angle moves ever nearer vertical. Whether the ship breaks through the wave or the wave breaks over it, the result is the same. Thousands of gallons of water slamming across the hull with wood-rending force. Takes 10... Okay, I can handle 10 damage. The swell moves past, leaving the sea heaving in its wake. As jump steadies, you regain your feet and take stock of the damage. Oswald clings to the wheel like it might try to fly away. What in the good God's names was that? Beodol groans from behind a cargo crate that pinned the poor sailor against the hull. The crew moved to bind the mariner's wounds. Beodol's injured, but he gained an experience. Now he knows now he knows to watch for sliding crates and shit when something like that happens. You'd think he'd have known that before. Old Ingram frowns out across the calming sea. Came from the southeastern Deadfire, Captain. Around Tikawara, if I had to guess. Or the Black Isles. Maybe there was an eruption or quake or something. Tikawara. Interesting. A long, sleek ship rides low in the water. Its crew stands protectively around a cluster of crates positioned on the main deck. A woman saunters across the deck, her roughly chopped hair swinging with her stride.
We said or not, Perrin.
She bangs her fist against one of the crates. The dwarven man standing near her flinches as though she'd hit him.
I'd happily tell you if you stopped interrupting my count.
He rolls his eyes skyward. She cackles and thumps him on the back. He staggers forward and shoots her a venomous glare.
You've had days to count. Now it's time we talked about the price.
She turns her attention to you, eyes gleaming. Perrin follows her gaze.
We've had some complications. The price has doubled.
She gives you a crooked grin and watches you carefully. Do you know who I'm representing?
I know they've got the cash.
The Royal Deadfire Company has a long memory, too.
And I've got a fast ship. That's why they hired me.
Wait just a minute. Ridley, you never said anything about...
Because then I'd never hear an end to your nattering. So drop it. Everyone else here wants to get paid.
But even as she says it, an uneasy murmur passes through her crew. Why did you raise the price?
Guess you've never snuck a few coppers from the tip jar. Let's just say there are other folks who'd be happy to pay my price.
You won't be in business long if you treat your contacts this way.
That's the point. I don't want to be in it long. I want to fill my hold with cash or retire early. There's plenty of business for enterprising sorts in Deadfire, and I have arrangements with every major power in the archipelago.
Had? Or don't you remember?
I'll remember this when I'm doling out rations tonight if you don't shut your mouth.
Perrin, how much do you trust your captain? He looks between you and Widla. She jumps in before he says anything.
And who are you to be asking? This is my crew, and they listen to me.
But uncertainty lingers in the air like a sour stench. Perrin, she's going to get you all killed. Now's the time to step up. He hesitates. Widla steps forward, furious.
You and your Rawatayan friends don't scare me. We'll come after you even if it's the last.
Take her below.
The others turn and stare at Perrin, whose face is red and glistening with sweat. For a moment, nothing happens. Then a pair of deckhands take Widla by the arms.
What do you think you're doing? I'm going to the Consuelo with this. You'll all be stripped of your colors.
The other pirates escort her to the hold. The smugglers unload the crates onto your ship. Your new cargo secured, you retract the anchor and let out your sails. It's a small part of me that hopes she tracks me down and tries to do something about this later. Alright, Hasongo. Baina. Sayuka, there's Sayuka. And an unidentified location with it. Pretty much straight north. As your crew haul the smugglers' crates below decks, one of them shouts in alarm. Rum Dum Rogerius finds you in your cabin. Captain, come quick. Someone just popped out of one of those crates we picked up. Before you can object, Rum Dum Rogerius leads you above deck. Is this going to be the girl with the glowing blue sword here? A plump, middle-aged woman stands beside the crate. Her clothing is rumpled and her hair matted, but her eyes twinkle with triumph.
Gelarde, 23 days! This is a new record.
She smells of stale urine, old sweat, and worse, but she beams at you all the same. Hold on a minute, something happened to my chat. Okay, that was a little strange. Let me check something real quick. Make sure that I'm not dropping frames or something. No, no frames dropped. Okay, I'm good, I'm good. Congratulations. I'm sure that's really great. What were you doing in there?
Waiting to reach Sayuka, of course. Also testing my newest spell, Renove Miseris.
She speaks the name as proudly as if it belonged to her firstborn. What?
Renewal of air, you would say. Kith have explored every mountain in the Eastern Reach, yet the realm of fish and leviathans remains close to us. It has been my dream to open these steps to discovery, to let Kith breathe as the fishes do.
A look of wonder shines in her eyes.
Or at least to let us use the air of a single breath again and again.
I still don't understand why you had to hide in a crate.
Neither do I.
But Okaya, she thinks that maybe the Dukes will not be so happy to let me go. She shrugs.
At least he gave me plenty of time to test my work.
Why go to Sayuka? Why leave the Valian Republics?
Back home, they care only for profit, and there is little profit to be had in sticking your head in the glass bucket to watch the fish.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But the Rawatayans, they have vision. They chase greater things than gold. So I go to work with them.
Let me get this straight. You've been perfecting a spell that recycles air, and you'll use it to help the Rawatayans make something big?
So you do understand.
She nods proudly.
But I can say no more. The Rawatayans, they have sworn me to secrecy.
She presses her lips together. What exactly are you to be working on at Sayuka? Let's just ask outright.
Sientere, but I had promised not to say.
Well, it won't let me do anything else, so that's all, I suppose.
Yes, I have much to do. Many more tests to run before we reach Sayuka. A pleasure talking, Captain.
Okay. Royal Deadfire Company, they will leave me alone, because I am doing a run for them. Let's go to Sayuka.
last. I must go. Discovery awaits. Agrasima, Captain.
She bows to you.
My friend, you hide your face in a book while the beauty of the Deadfire passes you by.
A readied mind will be far more useful the next time we face dragons, cultists, or vampires.
You are ready to face death. What of life, I say?
If you've never experienced the pleasure in a good book, more's the pity.
Okay. A coral mason.
Welcome to Sayuka.
Teb.
You are welcome in Sayuka, traveler, as surely as the winds stir the sea.
The young Juana woman gives you a sunny smile that shows every one of her pointed teeth.
No, no, no. How many times must I demonstrate the proper way to greet a visitor?
The undersecretary makes emphatic chopping motions with his hand, a snarl curling his thin lips.
I say, I must have forgotten again. Will you remind me of the line, Undersecretary?
We say clear skies, traveler. Simple, elegant, and no smiling. Do you understand, Greeter Tebe?
Can you repeat it once more? I want to make sure I've got it.
Tebe turns wide, innocent eyes on the undersecretary. The undersecretary opens his mouth to speak, but his expression abruptly clouds. He shoots a scowl at Tebe, and elects instead not to dignify her joke at his expense.
Questions, traveler?
What can you tell me about Sayuka?
Sayuka, known to my people as Rubiri, is a colonial outpost of the Royal Deadfire Company.
Tebe makes no effort to hide the boredom in her voice.
The island of Sayuka is the Royal Deadfire Company's center of engineering research and development in the archipelago. Our work is directed by Fleet Master Okaya, the youngest Rawatayan ever to hold the title. Best of her class at the Naval Academy in Tokoa, and a brilliant engineer, our Fleet Master.
Pride warms his voice. See, it doesn't sit right with me that they wanted to change the name of the island just because they came here. This island has a name. That is the most arrogant thing I've ever heard.
You forgot to mention the giant sharks, Undersecretary.
Wait. Giant sharks?
Giant sharks, giant coral, giant trees, Akira. The only thing not bigger in Sayuka is us Juana.
She chuckles.
Small mercy.
The undersecretary mutters under his breath.
No one knows why things grow large in Sayuka, but there are all sorts of theories. Me? I think Gallowayne smiles on us.
Tibby's cheeks glow with a faint blush. His first authentic emotion you've seen cross her face.
Superstition is unbecoming of a Royal Deadfire Company officer, Tebe.
She's obviously not that. She's Juana.
I say, it's a lucky thing I'm not one then.
Hey, there you go. Why are you dressed like a Royal Deadfire Company soldier, Tebe?
Akira, I wonder the same every day.
Tebe tugs at the neck of her uniform and rolls her dark eyes at the undersecretary when she thinks he's not looking.
Tebe learns to perform her duties as a Rawatayan might.
The undersecretary straightens his back and squares his shoulders. Why?
Her fellow Juana show a lamentable disinterest in the proper way of doing things.
I'm not gonna like you, am I? I'm not gonna like you at all.
Do not speak about me as if I am not here.
What is an undersecretary exactly?
A career sandal sniffer and busybody, so far as I can tell.
You I'm going to like.
You ungrateful sag! I am the second in command to Fleet Master Okaya, the governor of your piddling little island, and I will not be mocked by a smart-mouthed idler like you!
The undersecretary's jowls quiver with barely contained rage.
So I have heard many, many times.
Tebe meets your eyes and raises her brows emphatically. Is it just me, or is this guy terrible?
You don't know the half of it.
An impish smile plays at the corner of her mouth.
What was that, Greeter Tebe?
Surely just the breeze, Undersecretary.
Tebe's impish smile grows into a mocking grin. Oh yes, I like Tebe.
You will call me Sir.
Why? Nobody else does.
Akira, I certainly will
I
not.
certainly will not. I love her so much. Oh, that is so funny.
Questions, traveler?
Aw. Let me start by saying it was an accident. Harsh lands forge strong people, no? I had that thesis shipped all the way from Takoa. What did you do with it? There was a small fire. I fell asleep at my desk and... What? It's barely singed. Oh boy. Mataru warrior, Rawatayan soldier. This place is quite the hodgepodge, isn't it? Let me go back to my ship for just a moment here. Fill in the hole in my party and probably distribute a couple more levels to somebody. I want you back. You better return to me. I will be very cross if you do not. 12, 12, 12, 13, 12, 12, 13, 13. I don't need another healer. I kind of want you for the range. So. The city of Sayuka. Okay, now this is probably going to mean me putting in 2 levels to Seraphim. So, let's give him athletics for second wind, and I'll give him streetwise. All right. Increase the base maximum health you gain with each level. Barbarians' melee attacks have a chance to interrupt on critical hits. Leap. Alright, so I've got Barbaric Blow. 20% damage, 20% area of effect with Carnage, 30% of hits converted to crits, and 50% crit damage. So which of these would I rather have? Barbarian kills a target, their recovery is instantly refreshed. If the hit kills the target, the rage cost is refunded. +2 of each barbarian resource? There's more than one barbarian resource? What? I think I'm going to use the refund cost. Oh wait, I should probably look and make sure that there's nothing in the chanter that I want, or the cipher that I want more. Aware, +3 enemies engaged. Immunity to concentration. Destroyed, 2-meter push. Splinters the target's soul with sheer force, inflicting raw damage to the near-death targets explode, causing crush damage to all of the area of effect. Huh. That's interesting. Just blow his soul. That's ridiculous. -8 intellect. And perception. Alright, psychic backlash. Invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target the cipher's will defense. Brutal backlash. The cipher's backlash becomes especially traumatic, inflicting additional raw damage on the target. Gain the ability to cast ranged spells over longer distances. The base maximum health you gain with each level. Reduce the time it takes to complete a spell's cast. Imprints an insidious and powerful compulsion to obey the cipher across all enemies in the area, in fact, dominating the target and charming others. -5 intellect and alliance flipped. Alliance flipped cannot use active abilities. Oh, okay. So the AoE turns off active abilities, but for the target, they not only fight for me, but they can use their active abilities. So I can use up charges of whatever per encounter and per rest abilities that they have, so that they can't use them against me. That's pretty good. Pain block. Mental block on their pain, granting them the robust inspiration. +2 armor rating and -2 for enemies. I mean, okay, so that's, I take whatever enemy that I'm targeting and steal 2 of their armor rating for myself. That's what that is. I can't give 2 armor to somebody else. Latches on his characteristics is draining and grants the same amount as bonus to the cipher. Applies a random low tier affliction to the enemy and the matching inspiration. Huh. Silent scream that stuns. Stunning the target as well as dealing raw damage and interrupting all nearby enemies. Interesting. Mind Lance. Brutal backlash. How often am I actually going to use that, though? I mean, I never have yet. Soul Whip. Causes the Cypher's weapons to generate a field of parasitic energy that lashes out. Target, increasing damage inflicted and generating focus. Enhances the power, generating focus more quickly. And then Wild Mind. Random wild surge effect on Cypher spellcast. Cypher spells which has trigger an unexpected effect. This can manifest in spectacular ways, often but not always aiding the party. Penalty. Sometimes wild mind manifestations can cause undesirable effects. Huh. So, just anytime I use any of my cipher abilities on this guy, it's got that automatically, huh? That's interesting. Hobbled and weakened. Extra damage taken dealt to the attackers. Burn damage for 3 seconds. Frightened and sickened. Paralyzed for 6 seconds. And an AoE around them is immobilized. Amplified thrust. Okay. Psycho-vampiric shield. What? Recall agony. 30% of damage received is reapplied as raw damage for 15 seconds. So that's just the last damage that he received, right? Mind blades. That's a 3-second eye strike. Continuous grasp. Soul shock. Antipathetic. I think it's supposed to be antipathetic. Still antipathetic. The shield is nothing but not pathetic. Come on. Open it up. Open the settings. Come on. Why are you doing this? You are not. Well, that's kind of weird. Guess I'll just have to keep restarting it. For whatever reason, my chat keeps crashing on me. Toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy, which I should probably check and make sure nobody has tried to speak, which they have not. Okay, good. So I have missed nothing. So that's a little corrosive damage. Valorous Echoes. Whisper of Treason. Charmed for 15 seconds. That's not bad. Mind Wave. This is dominated for 15 seconds. Resolute immunity to concentration attacks. Yeah, there's nothing really here that I want. So yeah, I'll take that. Wait. It stopped at 14th? I was kind of hoping it would go on up to 15th. Oh well, I'm sure he'll reach it soon.
Leave it to me. Hope you're not expecting much.
Alright. Let's see. Fleet Master's Office. Workshop. Market. Exit. Longhouse. Marafetuliano? You find a man dressed in worn, dirty leather armor. His long, scraggly beard is encrusted with salt. His curling hair has clearly not seen a comb in some time, and his toenails of his bare feet are cracked and torn. The only thing of any value that he carries is an amulet.
Oh, greetings.
He hesitates a moment before saying more.
Might I help you with something?
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you quizzically, perhaps unsure why you've asked him such a personal question.
I was a proud man once, a gold pack knight. And I took a job and it went poorly. I could no longer stay with the Order after that.
His eyes take on a faraway look as he remembers.
In the years since, I have wandered the length of the Deadfire, dedicating my life to self-discipline and abstination from worldly distractions. It is only through suffering that the soul becomes strong. Do you understand?
That's it?
Well, I am waiting for someone. But I do not know when they will arrive or who they will be when they get here. All I know is that they are a seer, and they seek me. So I wait.
So how will you recognize them?
I will not, but it does not matter. I have this amulet here, and I yet draw breath. That is all I need.
Why would... Why would I ask for the amulet? Hey Drew, what's going on, my dude? If you ever talk at me at some point this evening and I do not respond, just give me a minute. My chat, for some reason, keeps crashing out on me, so I have to keep reloading it. I will see what he says.
No? Someone is coming for me, and they will know my amulet.
Wow, this is a dick move. You should have faith that this seer will find you without it. That's the true test. I mean, that's a dick move.
I should hope that you do, young man.
You teach me what you've learned in your years wandering the Deadfire. What does he
You
teach?
would ask an old man to share his wisdom? Well, I suppose I could.
Enhance insight
3,000
and
copper.
intimidate.
Buy
Okay.
by me. Buy me if...
I want to know what this does. If I do not like the way this turns out, then I'm probably going to, reload. Chat isn't working well. I'm just going to spam jokes and see if that fixes it. Asked the lady at Chipotle if they served crackers. She said, yeah, we serve everybody. Was that a black woman? That sounds like something that a very well, a well-humored black woman would say. Or a black dude. It could be a dude, too. Can't stand people who collect old magazines. They have so many issues. Oh my god.
Hello. Might I help you with something? I was in the years since. Well, I will not.
Can
no?
I have it?
Someone is coming for me, and they will know my
Alright,
amulet.
let's see if I can talk this guy out of his amulet. My grandpa fell into a vat of coffee and passed away. Luckily, it was instant. Oh. A sad, crying Mobius strip walks into a doctor's office. Doctor asks, what's wrong? The Mobius strip says, where do I even begin? Oh, God. Oh, God. That's a little bit of a highbrow joke. That sounds like something you'd hear on Big Bang Theory.
Perhaps you have a point.
He gently tugs the amulet off over his head and holds it in his palm for a moment, his expression unreadable, then he hands it to you. Claim and refusal. Grants claim and refusal. 10% damage taken for melee attacks, 10% damage with melee attacks. What? 10% minus 10% damage taken from melee attacks. Wait, what? Increases melee damage inflicted and received. Decreases melee damage dealt and received. Increases melee damage inflicted. Decreases melee damage dealt. What the hell is the difference between inflicting and dealing melee damage? That doesn't make any damn sense. What's the difference between humans and bullets? Humans miss John Lennon. Oh my god. Tried calling the tinnitus hotline. It just keeps ringing. Ugh. Psychics are always either super depressed or incredibly joyful. There's never a happy medium. That one I like. I love the Mobius strip. The Mobius strip joke is really, really highbrow. You're going to get a lot of people looking at you confused because not a lot of people are going to know what the hell a Mobius strip is. I do, though. Refusal. Still been received. Decreases melee damage. Increases melee damage. What? This pennant bears the crest of an Adarian patrician house to whom an unwanted child was born. The elf girl was cloistered within her chambers for most of her young life. She suffered terrible bouts of fits and hallucinatory fevers, to which her neglectful parents turned a blind eye. Her human stepmother, by way of Hamneg, had sympathy for the girl and cared for her almost exclusively. On reaching maturity, the girl left to travel the countryside. She claimed her visions had begun to clarify, giving her a glimpse into the past, future, and present. She began to tell strikingly accurate fortunes for an ever-growing throng of followers. Her parents were mortified that their daughter had left her privileged station behind to become a vagabond mystic. Eventually, the girl's predictions turned into full-blown prophecy and proselytizing. It took little time for the local clergy to brand her a heretic. Her parents dispatched her human stepmother to confront their daughter and reclaim her family pendant, officially dissolving any connection to her. When the stepmother arrived at the prophetess's camp, the crowd parted for her as if by silent command. Her stepdaughter, having predicted her arrival, beckoned her into her tent. She knew why she'd come. The next morning the two had vanished. Only the pendant remained. This item confuses the crap out of me. You weren't born in a cabbage patch and raised by raccoons. I mean, you're right, but that's not why I know. What do the USS Enterprise and toilet paper have in common? They both make their way around black holes, wiping out Klingons. Oh my god! I have got to remember that one. My roommate would love that. That is so good. They both make their way around black holes, wiping out Klingons. God damn it. Oh, that is priceless, and I love it. I think I'm gonna reload. I don't want this. I don't know what it is. I'm confused as to what the hell it does. Additional 10% damage taken for melee attacks. An additional 10% damage with melee attacks. So I both deal and receive more damage for melee attacks. Minus 10% damage taken from melee attacks. Minus 10% damage with melee. So I also deal and receive less damage with melee attacks. I don't... Self. This is... They cancel each other out. What the hell? Am I just dumb here? I don't want it.
Just please, take good care of it. Be on your way then.
I don't want it. It doesn't make sense and I don't want it. You may keep your pendant, old man. Alright, let's go speaketh with the fleet master.
I hope.
Fleet Master Okaya, a hawk and a gun hawk.
Hey there.
A gawk and a hun gawk.
They'll never know I'm here. This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
I mean, if you're not gonna stop me. A carefully curated selection of Raota's finest spirits. These papers are covered with figures, snippets of poetry, and letters to hone. These books' spines are cracked and their pages much dog-eared. Fleetmaster Okaya stares with unwavering intensity at the small sea of papers strewn across her deck. Desk. This isn't a desk, it's a ship. She holds a pencil lightly in one hand and absently taps the tip of it against her lips. After a moment, a low hum escapes her throat. The sound ends with a harsh scoff. Then she flicks her eyes to meet yours.
Artillery trajectory calculations. Terribly tedious and lamentably imprecise in a storm.
You can switch between both modes. Oh, so it's like while you're wearing it, it gives you an ability that lets you either deal and receive more damage or deal and receive less damage. Is that what I'm hearing? Or is that what I'm understanding? I heard the Star Trek joke. Yeah, that Star Trek joke is great, dude. Like, holy shit, that's good. Also, hello, Jagga Jimmy J. How are you doing this evening? Or morning, depending on where you're at. She's choosing the end of her pencil. Her gaze grows distant, like she's watching something behind you.
Ah, but the numbers distract me. Where are my manners? You must be the watcher the Hazanui sent.
Indeed.
You found me with a rare spare moment.
Hazanui Karu asked me to deliver some cargo to you.
I've received a report from the dockmaster stating as much. The Royal Deadfire Company appreciates your swift delivery of our cargo.
A cheery smile brightens her otherwise serious features. Your smuggler tried to extort me.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Though not entirely unexpected.
She unlocks a drawer in a desk and takes out a large coin purse. Silently, she slides it across the desktop to you. Oh. So that's money that I could have missed out on if I had said nothing, huh?
I've received a report from the dockmaster stating as much. The Royal Deadfire Company appreciates your swift delivery of our cargo.
Repeating this after our most recent exchange makes very little sense, Fleetmaster Okaya. I think this was an oversight in programming for this game. The Hazanui didn't say I'd be ferrying human cargo.
Why would she? You're a courier.
She stares at you in genuine bewilderment.
In any event,
Okaya thoughtfully taps her pencil against the edge of her desk.
the Hazanui's missive suggested you might be able to help us with an issue at port.
Go ahead.
You may have noticed the outsized coral in the harbor.
She gestures to the docks just beyond her office door. That's what that is. I thought it was some tree that got swept off of some island.
There's something unnatural about the coral's growth. About everything on this island. And no matter how we trim it back, it only grows larger.
Hydra tree?
My engineers deduced that the origin of this disturbance is somewhere off the coast of Sayuka, and I'd like you to investigate.
Do you have something that allows me to breathe underwater? I mean, this is coral. I probably have to go into the drink.
Talk to Avera in the workshop if you care to learn more. I would be grateful for your help here, Watcher.
I'll speak to Avera, but no promises. I wanted to ask you about something.
Well?
What does the Royal Deadfire Company hope to achieve in the archipelago?
How much do you know of Rawatai, Watcher?
I've studied its history.
So you have a scholarly understanding. That's not worth nothing. You'll find we appreciate the spirit of inquiry in Sayuka, and in Rawatai.
She dips her head to you in quiet acknowledgement.
Well, I don't need to tell you that Rawatai is a stern mother, tempestuous and inhospitable.
Your history says as much.
We have to trade for much of what we need, and the Huana have proven to be valuable partners. The Deadfire is markedly more comfortable than Rawatai.
Okay, that makes sense.
The archipelago is also an excellent place from which to study the storms of Andra's mortar.
She gestures broadly at the spyglass on her desk. The storms of Andra's mortar. Why are you here in particular?
Do you ask how I came to my position, or why I pursued it to begin with?
Yes. Okaya crosses her arms and leans back, guarded but nonetheless curious. What drew you to your work?
No one's ever asked me that.
She blinks.
I suppose I've always had a persistent interest in engineering. Even as a child, I was dismantling my mother's guns just to see how they worked.
Oh, if somebody took my roommate's guns apart to see how they worked, I think he would put it back together and shoot them. Pretty sure that's what would happen.
Then I met Karu. Hazanui Karu. She encouraged me to take my skills to the Navy. So I did, even though I had no obligation to as the youngest of my siblings. We nurture our keen minds in Rawatai, you see. We don't let them piddle away their brilliance on frivolities.
Piddle. It's an interesting word.
The bright and willing are supported, mentored.
She sounds
respected.
American, doesn't she? And I'm not talking about her accent. Hazanui Karu told me you were one of the brightest minds in Rawatai.
Is that... Did she really say that?
A deep blush colors Okaya's face, giving her skin a gentle purple hue. I was about to ask if she turned purple. That's hilarious.
Pardon me, I wasn't expecting.
She loudly clears her throat and looks away. I just want to become a fleet
With
master.
a question like that, I might mistake you for a starry-eyed recruit.
She chuckles.
There's no secret to it. Just hard work, determination, a good deal of luck, and the right connections.
I could probably establish connections with people who have died. Would that help?
A bit of ruthlessness can take the place of any one of those things, provided it's judiciously applied.
Okay.
Very well.
What's your take on the Royal Deadfire's company's relationship with the Huana here?
That's a weighty question.
She narrows her eyes, reassessing you. That's why I asked it. She snorts through her nose. Her gaze falls to the pencil in her hand, which she begins to tap thoughtfully along the edge of her desk.
It's a reasonable inquiry, I suppose. The Huana are pliant enough and willing to work hard when properly motivated. We have as much right to this land as they do. If they plan to do nothing with it, it's our duty to steward it for them.
That's not how that works. I hate that mindset. It's why I'm not super fond of white people.
How can we make plans over the roar of cannon fire? We are too busy moving our families from bought or claimed islands.
Which, you know, it's worth noting that I'm a white person too, so I am neon white. Some of the Juanas seem unhappy.
They'll adjust in time. Besides, it could be worse.
She looks at the desk, her mind quickly gone somewhere else. After a long silence, she hurriedly scribbles a note in the margin of one of her reports. How would you feel if someone did the same to Rauatai?
They could certainly try.
Takehu grins and pats down a nest of his writhing hair. Do you miss Rauatai?
Every day. The wild coasts. The merciless winds. Their lack is like a missing limb.
She looks away a moment, embarrassed by her forthright confession.
Rauatai will always be there. And the work we do here, that's what matters now.
Telling. Oh, there needs to be so many more white people stereotype jokes than there currently are. I completely agree. We never hesitate to make jokes at the suspense of anyone else. Far too few people make white people jokes. We're the ones that deserve it the most, I think. Hello, Bernhard. It's a very interesting name. Purposefully putting an H in the middle of that. Bernhard. Bernhard is following you around. You get a bonus to intellect, and your party gains a bonus to ranged weapon damage. Okay. Corlagon. Your area of effect attacks do more damage, and your party's healing potions and abilities. Yeah, I gotta keep my healing stuff. I like being able to keep my people alive. Call me crazy. I'm funny that way. Hey, a swordfish.
Watch and learn.
Subtle markings in the fish's hide suggest the lampreys of unusual size haunt the waters around Sayuka. Lampreys of unusual size? That's a little terrifying. Game board is scuffed and scratched from frequent use. Ooh, rope grappling hook. Yes, please.